I personally ever seen any UFOs? Well, I have seen lights in the sky that I suspect may have been but I have never had a close encounter, at least not in my conscious memory. As I said in my last video, I am very familiar with the heavens. I'm very familiar with the stars, their positions, constellations. I would immediately recognize anything that wasn't where it belonged. The sky, any light that is not where it should be. I've spent much of my life looking at the night sky. I have not really seen anything that I would describe as a true UFO very often. However, even as a young person, in school I would order books about UFOs. I did read up about the close encounter, and I think it was Pascagoula, Mississippi. Somebody supposedly got abducted. I remember reading about that even as a youngster, about that experience. I read about the New Hampshire experience. I think it was Eddie Hill, I think. At a very young age, I read about these experiences, so I've always had a fascination with that. I do believe the universe is teeming with life. Though the interesting thing is, the religion that I was in tried to say that we're alone in the universe, that there is no other life anywhere else. Earth is the only place in the whole universe that has life, but that never made much sense to me. I always have felt that there is life elsewhere. There are other planets. Other galaxies that have other planets. Where perhaps human-like people live. As I stated in my last video, there are probably ways that people can travel that are beyond human understanding. Touched on in my last video, if we could imagine having the freedom, anywhere in the universe to explore anywhere we want. And I asked the question, well, are humans ready for that yet? I don't feel humans are ready to have that kind of freedom. God knows that. Which is why those experiments, Philadelphia experiment, wasn't really a total success. God knows mankind use that knowledge in a beneficial way, but more likely would use it in a destructive way. I've always felt that way. It's just like somebody, if you're given $1 million, how are you going to use that $1 million? Are you going to use that $1 million in a beneficial way or in a way that's going to bring your own ruination? There are people that win lotteries, come into this kind of money, and in many cases, it doesn't last. 2 years or less, they're back to where they were before they won the lottery again. Or worse, they use the money for destructive purposes rather than beneficial. So if we had $1 billion, would it really help us, or would we use that to destroy ourselves with a huge amount of resources? Would we be ready to have $1 billion in our hands? Would we know what to do with it? Would we know how to handle it? That's basically an analogy to, if we could go anywhere in the universe we wanted, had the power to just pick a frequency, a place, and go there anywhere we wanted, would we be able to? Would we use that to benefit ourselves and others, or would we use that to try to take control over others? Would we use it to benefit ourselves, or use it for destructive purposes? Because I realize God is ultimately in control. I really feel He's not going to let mankind have that level of knowledge until He knows that we're going to make a wise use of it. He's not going to allow mankind, for example, to nuke the planet, I don't believe, or as I've said a number of times already, we're here on the earth who really came here to enjoy this place. It's a beautiful planet. Appreciate it. But could you imagine the rest of the universe? This is just one planet. How many other planets are out there to explore? How many other galaxies filled with other planets? For so many people that think this earth is hell, that it's a horrible place. Here I am driving through Wisconsin. To me, this is beautiful. This is just a beautiful view of forests, pastures, rolling hills. Even the sky has cloud formations. So we're really here to find enjoyment. I really believe that. We're here to explore this place. Now, I have been given the resources to do it with, freedom to do it with by God, because I appreciate this place, appreciate the beauty of it. So I shot my last video, drove through some rain showers, and the sky's cleared now. It looks like there are more rain showers up ahead of me here. My plan is today to continue on 94 West into Minneapolis. Delivery tomorrow is on the west side of town, so I'm going to try to get situated on the west side of Minneapolis. Later this afternoon. I'm only another 100 miles away, so 2-3 more hours I should be finished for today. Getting back to what I was talking about, again, freedom involves using the resources that are entrusted to us in a beneficial way for ourselves and for others. Using the powers that are given to us in a beneficial way. Using it for the benefit of ourselves, for the benefit of others. So obviously, God will, maybe in the future, will grant mankind the knowledge, full knowledge, when mankind is ready to handle it properly. Exit 70 coming up on Eau Claire, Wisconsin, US 53, which north will bring you eventually up to Duluth and then on up to the Canadian border. course, mankind claims to have gone to the moon. Truth is, have they really gone to the moon? At least in the way they portrayed it. Did they film it somewhere in Nevada? Or did they really actually go? I'm talking in that way they portrayed it. Mankind, I'm sure, has been on the moon. And perhaps not the way it's been portrayed. Been very fascinated by eclipses. I get to observe the total solar eclipse in 2017 in totality phase in Oregon. Viewing conditions there were perfect. I viewed it Oregon, which is north of Salem. Totality phase lasted a minute and 30 seconds, I think. It was an incredible minute and 30 seconds. How did I manage that? Well, somehow a load came up going there. Delivered on that very day of the eclipse. So I was situated at the facility, was getting unloaded just before the eclipse. So I had a place to park, and the facility let me stay a little bit longer to observe the eclipse. So I got bird's eye view of that eclipse. Skies were totally clear. And just before the totality, I could look off to the west and see the sky suddenly grow dark. We could see the shadow of the moon. The immense size of it just approaching so rapidly in the sky. And then suddenly, in a matter of seconds, it got dark. It did not take long. It was like somebody dimmed the lights. It did not go totally dark. It was still a twilight glow. As if it were twilight all around 360 degrees. Instead of one direction, it was a 360-degree twilight. That lasted a minute and 30 seconds. Corona, of course, was clearly visible around the sun during that minute and 30 seconds. It came into view very suddenly. Almost instantaneously. but it was still light enough to see outside. It didn't go totally dark. It only got to a twilight level of darkness. Obviously, many people were observing this eclipse, and I could hear actually applause coming from all around. People were oohing and eyeing. But it was a very fleeting experience, and it only lasted momentary, and then the moon passed on. I've observed many lunar eclipses in my life. That was the only solar one. I am planning, hopefully, on 2024, there is another one. And I'm planning on viewing that one as well. Hopefully get positioned to where I can have an optimal view of it in the center of the path. Where I know the sky will likely be clear. That's why I picked Oregon. Yes, I knew in August that in Oregon the skies were likely going to be clear. It's not going to be cloudy. I had a very good chance of viewing the eclipse there without clouds interfering. Exit 65, Chippewa River Trail off this exit. Sounds like an interesting trail. Speaking of trails, I do have a long distance hike in mind as early as perhaps next year. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about perhaps doing the Oregon Coastal Trail to get my feet wet with it. That trail doesn't involve any huge climbs. It follows the ocean coastline. There's lots of towns along it. And it would get my feet wet with long distance hiking. And plus, the trail can be done any time of year, pretty much. The climate there is very steady all year. In winter time, it can get cold occasionally. And then if that goes well, I'm thinking of a more substantial trail hike on a different trail.